Thank you very much, Melissa. Well, we are very fortunate today because joining us is Royal Wood. You have some very impressive accolades behind you. Crowned Songwriter of the Year by iTunes. You were nominated for a Juno Award for Songwriter of the Year. Where does your inspiration for your songs come from?
God, it comes from life. You know, my records have always been a diary page. It's whatever I'm dealing with. I think most artists would be on a couch somewhere discussing it with a psychologist, and instead we cathartically put it out there. So,
which is gutsy, because many of us write in a journal or a diary, but not everyone has the nerve to broadcast it to everyone.
True, but we also get to dress it up in poetry and metaphor. It doesn't have to be quite as literal as your journal entry would be. Yeah.
So we want to highlight the new album. We Were Born to Glory.
That's it.
What can people expect from the sounds in this new record?
Well, the records before were pretty they straddled the balladeer line, and they were pretty melancholy. And this time, I'm just far more hopeful. I'm in a far more grounded place. This record is really up-tempo. I'm still dealing with some darker subject matter, but it's just, there's this seed of hope in every song. And, you know, I'm confident in my 30s, married, and in love with life, really. So.
Great. I was going to ask you what changed over the last couple of years, but I mean, I think you just summed it up, right?
It's been a few years of marriage and a few years of just really being centered in my career and life and family. And, you know, your 20s are a blur. You're just kind of figuring out who you are. And it was a blur. My 20s were a blur.
Where can people get the new album?
Everywhere. I mean, it's across Canada, but it's also on iTunes. I mean, that's the way people buy records, when they buy records.
Right.
Is on iTunes now.
Make sure that you buy the record. So you're going to play a song for us?
Yeah, it's called Thick of It. It's the opening track.
Well, once again, this is Royal Wood. As I mentioned, Juno Award nominated artist. You won't be performing again in Ottawa until January. So we're
January.
At the NAC, you said,
At the
right?
NAC, yeah.
So we're very fortunate to have you here in the studio at 87 George Street. So without further ado, everyone, please welcome Royal Wood singing The Thick of It.
Love, we can stand, we can stand, we can stand, we can stand. It's love, we can stand, we can stand, we can stand, we can stand. As long as we stand in the thick of it, as long as we stand in the thick of it, as long as we stand in the thick of it, is one. Love, we can cry, we can cry, we can cry, we can cry. It's love, we can cry, we can cry, we can cry, we can cry. As long as we cry in the thick of it, as long as we cry in the thick of it, as long as we cry in the thick of it, is one. Love, we can dance, we can dance, we can dance. It's love, we can dance, we can dance, we can dance. As long as we dance in the thick of it, as long as we dance in the thick of it, as long as we dance in the thick of it, is one. The morning light, feel the morning light. It's a morning light rising through the thick of it. As long as it's us in the thick of it, as long as it's us in the thick of it, as long as it's us in the thick of it, is one. See the morning light, thick of it.